What's up, everybody? It's me, Disbearity here, and I'm bringing you another video talking about RTS games that withstood the test of time. Now, this is going to be through developer or publisher support or just sheer community. Let's go ahead and get this video started, y'all. The Command & Conquer series was created by Withstood Studios. They created the Tiberium and the Red Alert series, while a later title called Command & Conquer Generals was released and made by EA Pacific. Now, what really hurt the CNC series was when Westwood Studios went defunct because of EA closing down the dev studio. EA decided to continue the series with Command & Conquer 4 Tiberian Twilight, which was a complete failure with the community eyes. They wanted to go a different direction, which did not take well with the community. EA attempted to bring a sequel to the Command & Conquer General series with Generals 2, but was later scrapped and remade into just Command & Conquer, which was supposed to be a free-to-play game, but in late 2013 it was officially cancelled, which would make Tiberium Twilight the last mainline CNC game for several years. For the most part, each Command & Conquer title has sported their own amazing campaigns with cheesy cutscenes from actors themselves, but that little charm right there made the Command & Conquer series classics themselves. Whether you like Tiberium or the Red Alert series, there is something for someone to enjoy. Over the coming years, EA announced a Command & Conquer and Red Alert remaster and partnered with Petroglyph Studios. What made it even better was that they got together with veterans of the competitive multiplayer experience to help balance the game. I believe EA is on the right path to bring CNC back to its former glory. Welcome to STARCRAFT, an RTS game which was rumored to be a Warhammer 40k title, but was later scrapped to be its own entity. STARCRAFT was released in early 1998, which was built upon a modified WARCRAFT 2 engine. STARCRAFT was the first Blizzard game to voice their cinematic features. Within STARCRAFT, you could take command of 3 races, which are the Terrans, the Zerg, and the Protoss, which can be played during the campaign or multiplayer sessions. STARCRAFT was so successful that the developers came back and bolstered it with a new expansion pack called STARCRAFT Brood War, which introduced new units, new campaigns, and unit upgrades advancements. In the late 2010s, Blizzard remastered STARCRAFT 1 with the core gameplay and updates and changes. In 2010, Blizzard released STARCRAFT 2 Wings of Liberty, in which continues the story of the original left off. 3 years later, Blizzard introduced a new expansion pack, which is called Heart of the Swarm, and then later, they also introduced another expansion pack, which is called Legacy of the Void. STARCRAFT 2 from its conception for many years to come. In the later years, STARCRAFT 2 Wings of Liberty was released as a free download on the Blizzard website. The WARCRAFT series was Blizzard's stepping stone in the RTS genre, bringing in a high fantasy realm in the RTS genre. WARCRAFT had 2 factions, primarily the humans and orcs, but later games in the series brought in the night elves and the undead. WARCRAFT as a series has been successful to the point where the series was able to spawn a movie based off the aspects of the game. Sadly, Blizzard released WARCRAFT 3 Reforged, in which to the community's dismay took away from what made WARCRAFT 3 WARCRAFT 3, while at the same time removing the original game, forcing players to buy Reforged. Ultimately, the WARCRAFT fan base is still very strong to this day with a strong player base. The Warhammer 40k Dawn of War series is a very special gem in people's hearts. A game series released by Relic Entertainment. Out there in the wild 40k universe, you have some great games, but also some bad ones. But the Dawn of War series has to be one of my favorites. The first Dawn of War game blends a great mix of base building, RTS, and tactics gameplay, while the second game of the series pushes it in a more tactic style, very similar to Relic's other game series, Company Heroes. While the third game in the series wanted to push the boundaries forward by changing the core gameplay, making Dawn of War 3 more akin to the mobile genre, which is not received very well, but over time, people are leading up to the game. Dawn of War as a franchise has many factions for the 40k universe that you can play, with each sporting their own playstyle, making them very unique. Whether you want to play as the Imperial Guard, the Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, the Eldar, you name it, you can definitely play it. Warhammer 40k Dawn of War series voices an amazing single-player experience, while also having a great multiplayer experience between either Dawn of War 1 and Dawn of War 2. Right now, the Dawn of War series is currently on a break right now because of the reception of Dawn of War 3, but hopefully after the release of Company Heroes 3, Relic can end up going back and checking out Dawn of War and see what they can improve on, while also making some modernized gameplay, but only time can tell. Another franchise from the same developers of the Dawn of War series is Company Heroes, a World War II tactics RTS game. The game series currently has 2 iterations with a 3rd game on the way. Each game focuses on different fronts during the World War II era. Company Heroes 1 was released in 2006, in which follows the battles of Normandy and the liberation of France. The sequel, Company Heroes 2, later released in 2013, in which this time around, the campaign took place on the Eastern Front. Company of Heroes 2, with various gameplay changes from the first game, with a new resource system, enhanced structural buildings, weather system, and more. Company of Heroes 2 went on to sell 4 million copies to much critical acclaim. Company of Heroes 3 will be the latest addition to the Company of Heroes franchise, bringing in new features and gameplay changes to the series, such as a campaign key to the Total War franchise, while in single-player battles, you will have access to new features such as the Tactical Pause. This new game will take you to the battlefields of the Italian Peninsula and the North African campaign. The factions that will be available in Company of Heroes 3 will be Germans, Americans, and UK. This entry I'm most definitely excited for, and can't wait to get my hands on this game. I just want to say is, if you guys are enjoying this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. That would be very much appreciated. Doing so will help small channels like me grow. So thank you guys for watching. Age of Mythology came out back in 2002 with critical acclaim, while the gameplay was a solid Age of Empires style type of game. The game boasted 3 playable races: the Egyptians, the Norse, and the Greeks. Because of this, Assault Studios was able to produce an expansion pack, which was titled Age of Mythology: The Titans, which added the Atlanteans as another playable race. The campaign for Age of Mythology was breathtaking for its time, spanning across 3 different landscapes of Egypt, Greek, and Norse homelands. Just about 12 years after the release of Age of Mythology, Microsoft had released Age of Mythology as Age of Mythology Extended Edition in 2014. 2 years later, released an expansion pack called The Tale of the Dragons, in which added the Chinese mythology as a playable race. Since Tales of the Dragons release, people thought that would be the end of the Age of Mythology series, but to everyone's surprise, on October 25th, 2022, Microsoft announced Age of Mythology Retold, in which will be the definitive edition of Age of Mythology, in which we can believe it will be on par with Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, with updated graphics, gameplay mechanics, and a slew of quality of life fixes. This DE will sure be keeping the community going for years to come. Age of Empires series. This series was able to spawn 4 iterations, with the most recent one being Age of Empires 4. The series was created by Assault Studios, which later shut down in early 2009, 3 years after release of Age of Empires 3 and its various expansions. The first Age of Empires took place during the Bronze Age, taking on Rome, Egypt, and even Carthage during this time period, while Age of Empires 2 took us a step forward during the medieval period to the Renaissance Age, with more refined gameplay and updated graphic. Age of Empires 3 took a step forward and a risk and changed up the dynamic formula of the Age of Empires series, taking place during the Age of Colonization, and brought in a new home city feature which emulates gaining resources from your home country, streamlined the resources, and gave us players the ability to play as the major factors or powers in the Age of Colonization, such as Great Britain, Spain, Portugal, and many more. Microsoft has surprisingly released Age of Empires 1, 2, and 3 definitive editions, which these remastered them and modernized the older titles and systems. Microsoft had announced Age of Empires 4 with the veterans of Relic Entertainment to give us Age of Empires 4, which was released in 2021. This time around, Age of Empires 4 took us back to the medieval age and also the Renaissance Age, giving us multiple and many factions to play with. Some of those factions that you were able to play with are the English, the Chinese, the Mongols, the Delhi Sultanate, the French, the Abbasid Dynasty, Holy Roman Empire, and Russia. Later on, they introduced the Ottomans and also the Malayans. In my personal opinion, Age of Empires 4 was more so, at least in my personal opinion, a more refined version of Age of Empires 2, which is not a bad thing because the gameplay honestly is amazing and it's fun to play, especially if you play it on Game Pass or if you bought it yourself. Now, to close out this video, here are some amazing honorable mentions. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video of the RTS franchises that withstood the test of time. Without these franchises, and many more, I'm not for sure where the RTS genre would be at this point. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. Peace out. Much love, everybody. Have a good one, y'all. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.